Hey everybody, Multiclass Gamer here. Welcome back to more Metroid Prime Trilogy. In the last episode, we were actually just about to enter Dark Aether for the first time. We arrived at a portal and we had just activated it, but as you can see, I've actually made my way back to the save station over here, so that way I can save in between episodes. But I figured while I'm over here, I might as well take care of these things, you know, just to save time. So yeah, I apologize for kind of skipping to the area of sorts, but I just want to do this while I'm over here. You know, I don't want to, you know, walk all the way back there just for nothing, so why not? But normally, yes, I would have waited until after my first visit to Dark Aether to do this, but still, this is definitely worth the trip, I can definitely tell you that. This will lead us to the map of Aegon Wastes. Of course, keep in mind, the map of Aether, while similar to Dark Aether's, is going to be slightly different, and this map does not cover Dark Aether, so just want to clear that up. But as you can see, there's a lot of places we can now check that we'll see. This area right here in particular, yeah, we're going to be doing quite a bit of exploring, possibly during this episode, I don't know for sure. But yeah, the rest of this, I mean, this area we're not going to be able to reach for quite a while. And this room, yeah, there's a lot of big rooms like this throughout the game, so get used to these. Lots and lots of them. Yeah, and that'll happen too. You'll sometimes run into a loading screen door in the middle of a morph ball tunnel. But also, up here... Oh, wait, this is... Well, we gotta climb the room again anyways, or whatever. Not even gonna pay any attention to the sandworms, or whatever they're called. I actually forgot what they're called. Sanddiggers? Sandworms? I don't know. But yeah, let's get back up to the top of this room first. So on the way back up to the top of the room, we also have this Chozo lore we can now... Or, Chozo lore, seriously? Wrong game, dude. This is saving Aether... Yeah, Luminoth lore, duh. Aether's planetary energy supply reached a critical stage. If left unchecked, the energy would expire, bringing an end to the world. Our greatest minds devised a way to preserve and regulate the remaining planetary energy. The energy controllers. Okay, so that's where those came about. Do you mean to tell me the planet was dying, like in the before they had the planetary energy controllers? You know, so I'm wondering at this point, it's like, how did the planet exist before the Luminoth then, if that's the case? So, lots of weird questions come up with, including that. I'm sure I'm probably misunderstanding that or something, whatever. I'll meet you back at the, oh wait, one more thing. So we're still here. Get a second energy tank right there, which is good because if I hadn't gotten that, well, our first trip to be just to tease you a little bit, would have been a lot more difficult with one energy tank instead of two. Okay, now for real, I'll meet you back at that portal. Alright, here we are, folks. Excited for this because we're about to enter Dark Aether for, well, actually the second time. This will not be our first visit, this will be a second visit because yeah, there was that first time in the interlude of sorts. Oh, and real quick... Oh, wait, actually, no. You won't get a chance to because cutscene, yeah. But yeah, you're gonna... First chance you get, you're gonna want to scan the portals. Both to Dark Aether and Light Aether. Although Light Aether is actually just simply Aether, you know. But I have a tendency to say Light Aether because, you know, Dark Aether, so yeah, that makes sense. Better get sip my water for this. You can't go to Dark Aether dehydrated. It's a known fact. Seriously, game doesn't even want to give me a chance to scan the light portal. Oh, God. Oh. Yes, the very atmosphere of Dark Aether basically boils your skin. And suit, in Samus's case. But either way, the fact that she still felt pain, you know, just from inside her suit, that should tell you a lot. So yeah, glowing safe stones protect you. So yeah, the game's going to explain it gradually as we go along, but I can do a much better job, because I'm way better than the game. Okay, so these are blade pods. These are basically just more... yeah, storage units for the Ing Horde, essentially. So, same stuff we saw in the regular Aether. Okay, so yes, we are currently inside a safe zone. There's another safe zone ahead of us right there in the form of a light circle of sorts. So yes, you need to get into these safe zones. Okay, fine. Yeah, some safe zones can be shot. Yeah, sparkling energy. Okay, so this right here is called a crystal, a light crystal. Generates protective field light energy. And, so yes, light energy, or, safe zones are produced by these, energy crystals right here, but they're also produced by these, light beacons right here, as you can see. But these light beacons are only temporary, whereas the crystals, they last for basically forever unless you manipulate them, but we'll look at that in the future. So yeah, this Luminoth light beacon generates protective field when energized. Light beacons must be energized by beam weapon fire to function. They remain charged for a limited time. So as you can see, you have to keep on shooting it in order to keep it energized, and after, like, I think about 20 seconds or so is when it goes out. And there's also safe zones that are not necessarily powered by anything, they're just there. Well, actually, no, there's a light crystal. But I'm pretty sure you'll see at some point there will be safe zones that aren't powered by any crystals or light beacons. They're just there, so it's kind of weird like that. But yeah, as you can see, that beacon went out, so now it's no longer safe to be there. But yeah, your damage energy is going to fall really fast when you're outside these safe zones, so you got to be very careful. And also, another thing, here's why we have to go Dark Aether. And that's because throughout this game there's a lot of puzzles where you'll do something in Dark Aether and it will actually manipulate something in Light Aether as well. Yeah, as you can see, transdimensional activity detected. So not only did we open this door in Dark Aether, but we also opened it in, you know, back on Aether. So, but we're going to continue on here. But yes, the Dark Aether map is essentially a mirror of the Light Aether map for the most part. There will be a lot of differences, like there'll be some instances where there's a door in Light Aether, but there isn't in Dark Aether. So you run into like dead ends that you wouldn't run into on Light Aether. And there's also a lot of new enemies, obviously, like the Ing, for instance. These are Inglets. Worker drone of the Ing Horde, wall-crawling morphing bioform, strongly dislikes bright lights. So yes, anything light-related they hate, and you can take them out with a single charge shot. But either ways, otherwise they will fire shit at you. What else are they firing at you? I don't know what it is. There you go. Also get used to seeing that low battery meter on the top. It's probably going to be there for quite a while. I find that weird modes seem to last a long time on that very last bar. I don't know why, but they just do. So that's why we see a lot of LPs with the Mario Galaxy battery meter warning, but at least in this game it's less intrusive. I can thank him for that. Beyond that, there's not much else to say left on the lights, you know, the safe zones and whatnot, like how they work and whatnot. We'll discover more as we go along. There's gonna be a lot more to this, and there's simply energizing the light beacons, looking for the crystals and whatnot. So it gets a lot more complicated than that. Well, not a lot more, but yeah, just in general more complicated. Now, fortunately, usually wherever there is a save station in like regular Aether, there's one in Dark Aether as well, so we can save right here if we want to. And safe zones will generally, save stations will always generally be inside safe zones. And you're probably noticing also that whenever you're in a safe zone, it also heals you as well. So that's also very helpful. Like if you're running low on energy because you're taking a lot of damage, just simply stand around in a safe zone. It'll heal you to full if you want to. We got Night Barbs here. Flying airborne hunters native to Dark Aether. Sure, yes. Alright. So moving on. Yeah, just basically you're going from safe zone to safe zone. Now there are ways that people have actually challenged themselves a lot in unique ways throughout this game, and I can explain that more as we find out more about how that whole energy depletion thing works here. But anyways, these are the de facto Ing warriors, or warrior Ing as they're called. The soldiers of the Ing Horde, shapeshifting wall crawler, dangerous combat in melee and at range, dislikes bright light. Again, watch out for that. That's their charge attack. They'll generally charge at you even if you're inside a safe zone. Don't think that you're safe from Ing attacks inside a safe zone, because they can spit at you, they can reach in and whack at you like this one will usually do, or they can even fire like beams of light at you, like I've seen these warrior Ing will do that sometimes. They also have a lot of energy to them, so yeah, they take a lot of hits. So Ing warrior are definitely a force to be reckoned with. Come on. probably just do our missile. Oh, there we go. That's it. Okay, wasn't that bad. But yeah, the fact that they gave us a cutscene over that means that yeah, you don't want to mess with Warrior Aang. There's a door we can't go through quite yet. Now this creature right here, not all living things in Dark Aether are bad. And these Lightbringers aren't in, or I believe they're called Lightbringers, I think they are. Yep, Lightbringers. Light generating forager. Creature generates safe zone while living, immune to most forms of attack. Yeah, it doesn't hurt you, and you don't want to attack it, it just simply, you know, creates safe zones and moves them, so... Yeah, so not all creatures in Dark Aether are bad, necessarily. But, nevertheless, we don't care about them. We want to destroy everything Ing-related because the Ing are bad. Because they tried to kill off the Luminoth, essentially, just for being peaceful. How dare they. Now, you want to scan these Lightbringers ASAP, because they're one of those enemies that only appear, like, for a little while. Because these enemies, in the future, we won't see them here at the Dark Agon Wastes, actually. They actually stop spawning after a certain point, for whatever reason. Well, I can think of one reason, but, yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. You know, it's funny, like, after you get hit by an enemy, and if you're still in, you know, exposed to Dark Aether's atmosphere, it literally sounds like you're boiling, essentially, so it's, like, not very pleasant to listen to. But as you can see, some puzzles also differ from, regular Aether than Dark Aether. Right here, it's a different type of puzzle than it was before, and it gives us a missile expansion instead of an energy tank, but... we can't do that puzzle quite yet. It's not for quite a while, actually. I gotta remember stuff I need, stuff I can scan, stuff I can't scan for a logbook. Okay, here we are. This room right here. Hello! What's up? That looks like a more powerful warrior ring, that's for sure, and it has quite the jump. Well, that's no coincidence, folks, because this is the Jump Guardian. This is the creature that stole our space jump boots. Jump Guardian, space jumper-powered warrior Aang. Powerful metamorph with enhanced jump abilities. Able to generate energy shock waves and force fields. Well, then again, I don't think we had the space jump boots yet before before it got stolen from us, so I think this creature just had it at the beginning. Okay, so whenever it has the purple aura around it, that means it's about to jump. And during that time, it is invulnerable to all attacks. So only attack it when it's not jumping. Like this, you know. Not only that, but also when it does jump, it gets out of your range, so you gotta, it disables your, aiming of sorts or whatever. Auto aim, I don't know what it's called. You know, that can make things a bit challenging for you. But otherwise, I'm just gonna do my usual thing and, you know, my missile spam bug or whatever you call it. I don't know if it's actually a bug or if it's just something you're supposed to, you know, kind of figure out that you can do. I don't know. Go, come on. Come on. Not that this boss is difficult, I'm making it sound more difficult than it actually is. Now, as the Jump Guardian gets lower on HP, it's going to jump more frequently, but otherwise it's not that difficult. In fact, actually it tends to jump on the ground more, so that way it disorients you a little bit and try to get some hits on you. Because its main form of attack is these shockwaves, at least, whenever it does the space jump. Either that, or, you know, firing its laser at you from afar. Or high, I should say. I mean, like, it doesn't smoke weed or anything, but it can sure get pretty high. Jumping all day! Come on. It's time for you to... Come on. It's almost there, almost there. Yeah! Oh, what? You're still alive? What? Come back here. Yeah, it's one more shot, it's all it needed. Yeah, very simple boss. And believe me when I say, there are quite a few infamous boss fights in this game, but this is not one of them. Alright, let's get all these pickups here and refill ourselves. Okay, so we didn't actually have this at the beginning, but these are the space jump boots. We got these fairly late in Metroid Prime 1, and now we're getting them right in the beginning of the game, actually, Prime 2. So sweet to have that double jump back again. Okay, so believe it or not, the next thing we're supposed to do is actually go right back to the Light Aether, I think. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, we are, because now we have the space jump boots, we can explore. Oh, we need to... That's right, press 2 to switch between light and dark world. There we go. Now that we have the space jump boots, we can actually advance past the mining station A this way. And that'll lead us to, the other half of Aegon Waste that we haven't gone to yet. But there is one more thing we can get while we're still here in Dark Aether. So we're gonna head actually to the Dark Agon Temple, because we've seen the Light Agon Waste Temple, but we haven't seen the Dark Agon Temple yet. And as the Sentinel mentions, we need to find 3 keys in order to access the Dark Agon Temple. But we can still go to the temple itself. We just can't actually enter the temple, as it were. But there's still one thing we can do here. Now, as you saw when okay, so yeah, I did the research in between episodes. As you saw, once again, we get purple credits each time we defeat bosses in this game. There are 15 of them. There's 15 purple credits, and there's also 18 silver credits to get. And silver credits in this game are achieved by getting Dark Temple keys. And this, right past this door, is the very first Dark Aether key. Dark Temple key. But you might be wondering, because there are 3 Dark Temple keys per, Dark Temple, and there are 3 of them, as I mentioned before, as 3 main areas of the game. So that means only 9 keys. So where are the other 9 keys? Well, I can't tell yet, because spoilers, so you'll find out later. But yeah, this is the door of sorts that we need to unlock with the 3 keys. 2 keys required to access temple, search the Dark Agon Wastes to find them. Yep. So the other 2 keys, though, unfortunately, are in the other half of Dark Agon we haven't gone to yet. In fact, we haven't gone to the light version of it quite yet, either. And we have no way of accessing it because it's blocked by this green door here, so... Yep, we've hit our first dead end, Dark Aether, so now we gotta head back to Light Aether in order to advance further. Which is rather unfortunate, I know. Okay. So how y'all been? This is the first episode I'm recording in the month of August, actually, so... If I manage to get the first episode of this LP out to you by the end of this month, then I've successfully completed both this game and Prime 3 within a month, which would be pretty incredible, actually. Well, not really, like, in terms of, like, just completing the games in general, but, like, in doing a Let's Play, that's actually pretty good. 'Cause that's a lot of freaking commentating. It's not pretty rough on your throat, I can tell you that. We got more Warrior Ing out here, so we're going to get the hell out of here. Now we could sit around, wait in this, safe zone for energy to refill all the way, or you could just do this. Because we're sitting right next to the safe station, this will heal us immediately. Immediately, yes, immediately. I just made up a word. Alright. Let's not get disoriented here, let's make our way where we're trying to go. Watch out for those night barbs, too. Let's do this. Oh, they still got us, dang it. Actually, no, they didn't. Did the Englets get us? I don't think they did. Well, they don't do a lot of damage because it's better mode, yeah. Okay, so, yes, I was able to complete Prime 1 once on hard mode on the GameCube version and once on hyper mode on the Trilogy version. But I have yet to complete the hyper mode version of this game. I completed on hard mode on the GameCube, but and only just barely too. And the one thing I can't beat on the hyper mode of this game is the final boss. Yeah, I'm stopped at the very end of this game, so that's why I decided not to chicken out doing hyper mode for this run. Okay, so you gotta scan this and activate the portal to go back to Light Aether. But before you go, don't forget to scan the light portal. And then when we get to Light Aether, we'll scan the dark portal. So that's how it goes. Whenever there's something in Light Aether, chances are there's a dark version of it as well you have to scan. So that's how Logbook works. And pretty much enemies in general, actually, in this game, because there's a lot of stuff like that, too. Yep, that's all there is to it. Yeah, believe it or not, there's more to those light crystals and beacons that we'll learn about later, especially as we get to more of the beams, but that's kind of getting into spoiler territory. Yeah, spilling the beams. That's what we call it in Metroid Prime. Not spilling the beans. Oh no, space pirates! Well, guess what? I'm going to just walk past them because you don't need to fight them. We're not required to fight them, so just move on. Carry on with our voyage here. Alright. Ooh, a half pie. I wonder if that means anything. Nope. definitely can't mean anything. Definitely not. Okay, so now we're on the other side of that missile expansion I alluded to earlier. Now we can actually get missile expansion and let's move on. Also, I didn't mention this, but I'm actually really glad that they gave the, you know, the pickups, well, I guess they were unique, they had unique models in Prime 1 as well, but yeah, the models also look pretty good in this game as well. Okay, so, since we're at back at that same save station we were at just seconds ago on Dark Aether, yeah, on Light Aether, we're going to end things off here. So, next time on Metroid Prime Trilogy, we're going to advance further through Aegon Waste, past this area, and see what all this half is about. See you folks then. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.